Peak English Podcast.
From Peak English with Class. Hey, English learners, welcome back to the Peak English Podcast, your cozy place to learn easy English through real life conversations and improve your life at the same time. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. And as always, we're really happy you decided to spend a little bit of your day with us. Just a quick reminder before we dive in. This is a B1, B2 level English episode. So if you don't understand every single word, just relax. You can always listen again.
Exactly. There is absolutely no pressure here, guys. We are just two friends having a cozy chat over coffee.
Right. So, Sarah, have you ever been in a job interview or maybe meeting new friends and someone asks you, how would you describe your personality?
Oh, wow. Yes, I hate that question. My mind instantly goes completely blank. It is the most uncomfortable feeling.
It's like you suddenly forget who you are. And what word do we always use when we panic in that situation?
Well, honestly, I usually just panic and say, I'm a very nice person.
Exactly. We all just say nice. But nice is where vocabulary goes to die. It doesn't actually help anyone picture who you really are.
I completely agree. Saying you are nice is just so basic. It doesn't show your real heart, you know?
It really doesn't. And honestly, that is a massive pain point for so many English learners. You have this deep, beautiful, complex personality. But because you lack the exact right vocabulary, you feel trapped inside simple words. You end up feeling totally misunderstood.
Yeah, that is so true. It hurts when you want to show your true colors, but you just can't find the key to unlock the words.
Wait, hold on. You just used a great idiom, Sarah. Show your true colors.
Oh, right. To show your true colors simply means to reveal your real personality or to show who you truly are inside.
Could you give our listeners a quick, everyday example of that?
Sure. For example, when my friend's car broke down in the rain, he showed his true colors by staying incredibly calm and helping everyone stay positive. He didn't get angry at all.
Perfect example. Well, today we are going to help our listeners show their true colors. I am going to share an unexpected, simple solution to unlock your true personality in English. By the end of this episode, you will have a few tiny habits to stop hiding behind boring words.
Wow, that makes sense. I definitely need this too. But before we jump into those tiny habits, we love to start with our reflection challenge. This is your safe space to practice your English today.
That's right. So, take a slow, deep breath, grab your tea or coffee, and think about this question.
If you could only use one word to describe yourself to a complete stranger, what would it be? And why?
Don't overthink it, and don't worry about perfect grammar. Just scroll down to the comments right now and write, I'm name from country, and today the word I choose is.
We read every single comment, and it honestly brings us so much joy to see where you are all listening from.
It really does. And listen, don't blame yourself if the only word you can think of right now is nice or good. I used to make that exact same mistake for years when I was learning new languages.
Wait, really? You used to struggle with this too?
Absolutely. I would just smile and nod because I didn't have the vocabulary to explain my feelings. But today, we are going to change that together.
Well, Alex, since we are being honest today, I have a big struggle when I try to describe myself in English.
What is it? We've all been there.
I always put myself into tiny boxes. Like, people ask me what I'm like, and I just say I'm an introvert. But then people assume I hate social events or that I'm antisocial. And that's not true at all.
Wow. I completely understand that feeling. I used to do the exact same thing.
Wait, really? You?
Absolutely. I remember exactly when I realized this was a problem. I was sitting at a crowded restaurant table for a friend's birthday,
Yeah.
and I was tearing a paper napkin into tiny pieces under the table. My chest felt incredibly tight. I just thought, I am a complete failure at socializing.
Oh no. that sounds awful. Why did you feel like a failure?
Well, my friend looked at me and said, "Are you okay? You're so quiet today." I just mumbled, "I'm just an introvert." But honestly, I wanted to be there. My brain just felt so tired.
Exactly. You didn't want to leave. You just didn't have the energy to perform.
Right. You see, our brains love simple labels. We think introvert means shy and extrovert means the life of the party.
Wait, Alex. Life of the party. We need to explain that one.
Good catch, Sarah. If someone is the life of the party, it just means they bring all the fun, energy, and excitement to a social event.
Right. For example, my brother is definitely the life of the party. The moment he walks into a room, everyone starts laughing.
Perfect example. But listen, being an introvert isn't about being shy. It is simply about where you get your energy from.
So, being in a large group drains your energy battery, but quiet time recharges it?
Exactly. So, here is our first tiny habit. Stop using one word labels and describe your energy instead.
Describe your energy. I like that. How do we do that in simple English?
Instead of saying, "I'm an introvert, I hate parties," try saying something like, "I'm more of a small gatherings person."
Oh, wow, that makes sense. Or maybe, I love meeting people, but I recharge by spending time alone.
Yes, it paints a much clearer picture. You aren't antisocial, you just manage your energy differently.
That honestly feels so much better. But even when I stop using labels like introvert, I still fall into another trap.
Go on. This is a safe space.
When I talk about my positive traits, I use the most boring words. I always say, I am smart, or my friend is funny. It feels like I'm reading from a children's textbook.
Oh, the classic basic adjectives. Don't worry, Sarah. I am guilty of this too.
Really? When did you do that?
A few years ago, I was standing in front of my manager's desk for my yearly review. I was gripping the back of a chair so tightly my fingers hurt.
Oh my gosh, performance reviews are terrifying.
They really are. My manager looked at me and said, "Alex, what is your greatest strength?" And I panicked. I just said, "I think I am a smart worker."
Oh no. Just smart?
Yes! My face felt burning hot. I thought to myself, I sound like a 5-year-old. I wanted the ground to swallow me up.
Oh, let's pause there. Wanted the ground to swallow me up? That is a great idiom for our listeners.
Thanks, Sarah. Could you explain it for us?
Of course. If you want the ground to swallow you up, it means you feel so extremely embarrassed that you just want to disappear completely.
Exactly. Like when you wave at a stranger on the street because you think it's your friend, and then you realize you don't know them. You want the ground to swallow you up.
Yes, I do that way too often. But back to your story. Why did saying smart feel so bad?
Because smart isn't specific. It doesn't tell a story. Are you book smart? Are you good at solving problems quickly? Do you make good money decisions?
Right, it's too generic. It doesn't show your unique flavor.
Exactly! Which brings us to our second tiny habit. Upgrade to specific personality words.
Okay, I love this. Let's play a game. I will give you a basic word and you give me a specific upgrade.
I'm ready. Hit me.
Let's start with your embarrassing word. Smart.
Well, if you are good at business and practical decisions, don't say smart. Say shrewd.
Shrewd. Ooh, that has a nice edge to it. It sounds very professional.
It does. A shrewd person knows how to negotiate, how to save money, and how to spot a good opportunity.
Kind of like my grandmother when she goes shopping at the market. She negotiates every single price. She is extremely shrewd.
Your grandmother sounds like a legend. Okay, give me another basic word.
How about funny? I always say my best friend is funny.
Let's upgrade that. Instead of funny, try witty.
Witty. How is that different from just being funny?
A witty person doesn't usually tell long jokes. They are very fast, very clever, and they make intelligent, short comments that make everyone laugh.
Ah, I see. Like when someone replies to a question with a perfectly clever joke instantly.
Exactly. So, instead of being generic, try using words like shrewd and witty to really paint a picture of who you are.
I love that. But Alex, I have one final problem. And honestly, it makes me feel like a bit of a hypocrite sometimes.
A hypocrite? Why would you say that?
Because my personality changes depending on where I am. At work, I plan every single detail. But at home, my bedroom is completely chaotic and messy.
I am looking away so I don't judge you, Sarah.
Hey, be nice. But seriously, how can I describe myself if I act completely differently in different situations?
First of all, don't worry. This is completely normal human psychology. We are not just one single thing.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I experienced this a lot in college. I was sitting in the front row of my history class, staring blankly at my notebook. My stomach was doing flips.
Wait, doing flips? Let's explain that one quickly.
Good idea. If your stomach is doing flips, it means you feel extremely nervous or anxious physically.
Like before a big test, or right before you speak in public, your stomach just feels completely tied up.
Exactly. So, I was terrified to speak in that history class. I never raised my hand. I thought, I am such a shy, weak person.
But were you actually shy all the time?
No, that was the crazy part. 2 hours later, I was with my close friends in the cafeteria, and I was talking constantly. I was loud and confident.
So your personality didn't change. You just felt safer with your friends.
Exactly. When we feel safe, we start coming out of our shell.
Oh, coming out of your shell. I love that idiom.
Thanks. Do you want to give an example for the listeners?
Sure. Think of a turtle hiding inside its hard shell. When it feels safe, it pokes its head out. So, if a person comes out of their shell, they become more confident and comfortable around people.
Spot on. So, because we change in different situations, we need our third tiny habit. Use the word but to balance your description.
Balance my description? What do you mean by that?
We don't have to be just one thing. For example, remember how you said you plan everything at work, but your home is messy?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, let's use a specific word. We can say you are meticulous. That means you are extremely careful and pay attention to every detail.
I am definitely meticulous when I send emails for work.
Right. So you can balance it by saying, I am very meticulous at work, but I am a bit of a wild card at home.
A wild card! That means someone who acts without a clear plan and is very unpredictable. I like that. It sounds much better than just saying, I'm messy.
Exactly. Another example, I am a worrier, but I am also very resilient.
Resilient, meaning you can recover and bounce back after something difficult happens.
Yes. By using the word but, you show the world that you are a deeply layered, complex human being. You don't have to trap yourself in just one word.
Honestly, Alex, these tiny habits make me feel so much more confident. I don't feel like I have to hide behind the word nice anymore.
That is exactly why we are here, Sarah. All right, before we move on to our final vocabulary practice, let's take a quick breath. Let's briefly recap the tiny habits we talked about today.
Yes, let's do it! Summarizing always helps me remember things better.
Exactly. So, our first tiny habit was to stop using one-word labels like introvert or extrovert.
Right, because those labels can create misunderstandings. Instead, we should describe our energy battery.
Spot on. You can say something like, I'm more of a small gatherings person, or I recharge my energy by being alone. It is so much clearer.
And our second tiny habit was to upgrade our basic adjectives. We need to throw away boring words like smart and funny.
Exactly. We replace them with specific, colorful words that paint a real picture. Words like shrewd for practical business choices or witty for quick, clever humor.
I love those upgrades. And finally, the third tiny habit, we need to use the word but to balance our descriptions.
Yes, because humans are complex. You can be meticulous at work, but a complete wild card on the weekends.
Hey, I feel targeted again. But honestly, summarizing these habits gives me a real sense of accomplishment. I feel ready to use them.
That is fantastic to hear. And to make sure you never forget these words, it is time for our favorite part of the show.
Yes! It's time for the word tour!
This is the part of the podcast where we select the best vocabulary from today's conversation, slow it down, and practice it together.
Exactly. We will explain the words simply, give you 2 real life examples, and then pause so you can practice speaking out loud with us.
Don't be shy, guys. Speak clearly wherever you are. Our first word today is shrewd.
Shrewd.
Shrewd simply means someone who is very clever and sharp, specifically when dealing with practical situations, business, or money.
Right. It isn't just about reading books, it is about making smart, real world choices.
Exactly. Here is your first daily life example. My uncle is a shrewd investor. He always knows exactly when to buy cheap property.
And here is a second example. She made a shrewd decision to leave her job before the company went bankrupt.
Perfect. Now it's your turn. Repeat after me. She made a shrewd decision.
She made a shrewd decision. Great job! Let's move on to our second word. Witty.
Witty.
Witty describes someone who uses words in a very clever, fast, and funny way.
Mm-hmm. It's that friend who always has the perfect funny reply in a conversation. They don't just tell jokes, their brain is just naturally fast.
Yes. Here is your first example. I love talking to Mark because he is so witty and always makes me laugh.
And here is example number 2. She gave a witty reply that instantly relaxed everyone in the awkward meeting.
Now it's your turn to practice. Repeat after me. He is so witty.
He is so witty. Awesome. Our third word on the tour is meticulous.
Meticulous.
If you are meticulous, you are extremely careful and you pay very close attention to every tiny detail.
Like me when I am planning my vacation schedule down to the exact minute.
Exactly like you, Sarah. Here is your first example. The accountant is very meticulous. She checks the numbers 3 times before sending the report.
And here is a second example. He is meticulous about his car, washing it every single weekend without fail.
Your turn, listeners. Repeat after me. She is very meticulous.
She is very meticulous. Beautiful pronunciation. Our fourth word today is resilient.
Resilient.
Resilient describes a person who is strong enough to recover quickly after something bad or difficult happens.
Right. It doesn't mean you don't feel pain or sadness. It means you bounce back. You keep going anyway.
Here's your first example. Children are incredibly resilient. They can move to a new country and make friends in a week.
Here is your second example. Even after losing his business, his resilient personality helped him start all over again.
Let's practice. Repeat after me. His resilient personality.
His resilient personality. Excellent work, everyone. And our final phrase for today's tour is an idiom, show your true colors.
Show your true colors.
To show your true colors means to finally reveal your real character or personality, especially in a difficult situation.
Yeah, because sometimes people hide their real feelings, but eventually their true colors come out.
Exactly. Here is your first example. When the restaurant got incredibly busy and chaotic, the manager showed his true colors by yelling at everyone.
Oh, that's a negative one. Let's do a positive one for the second example. During the emergency, she showed her true colors by bravely helping all the passengers.
All right, last practice of the day. Repeat after me. She showed her true colors.
She showed her true colors. Wow, you guys did an amazing job today. You now have 5 incredibly powerful new tools to describe personalities.
You really do. And honestly, we are just so grateful that you took the time to practice with us today.
We really are. Whether you are washing the dishes, commuting on a crowded train, or just relaxing in bed, thank you for letting us be part of your day.
Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Every time you listen, you are getting one step closer to fluency.
So, if you enjoyed our cozy coffee chat today, please take 1 second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It honestly helps us so much to keep making these free episodes for you.
And your learning doesn't have to stop here. If you found this helpful, click on the next video on the screen to learn about how to talk about your peaceful day. It is packed with incredibly relaxing, useful vocabulary.
You definitely don't want to miss that one.
All right, that is all for today's episode.
This is Sarah, and this is Alex. You've been listening to the Peak English Podcast. Bye!
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your Speak English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.